This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Season's greetings to you all. I'm Shashina Roll. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news, historic dialogue taking place between two healthcare planners that will result in a major upgrade in the public healthcare system here on Grand Bahama and in the nation's capital. On the agenda, a new state-of-the-art Rand Memorial Hospital as well as a clinic. Tonight, we will hear what this new facility will entail. The old Rand Memorial Hospital will soon be replaced at another location with a new 256,000 square feet state-of-the-art facility along with a Freeport community clinic. Meeting together to discuss ideas, standardization, and synergy was the Ministry for Grand Bahama, the Grand Bahama Health Services, the Public Hospitals Authority, the BED Group, which is responsible for the new Princess Margaret Hospital, and the Giza Group, which is the key health planner for the new facilities here on the island.
As part of our mandate to implement universal health care through national health insurance, this administration has addressed the current infrastructural and manpower needs at the Rand Memorial Hospital, the Princess Margaret Hospital, and all the public clinics in Nassau, Grand Bahama, and the Family Islands, and have begun the process of expanding and enhancing our public health care services to meet the future need for the Bahamian people. With today's meeting, we take a significant step into the future of healthcare development for the Bahamas.
Darville shares the master plans for the new facilities.
We are currently in the advanced planning stage for the establishment and construction of the first ever community clinic in the city of Freeport as phase one of the new Rand Memorial Hospital, which will be located at a new greenfield site north on East Sunrise Highway.
The new state-of-the-art facility will also hold 5 operating theaters, 4 labor, delivery, and recovery rooms, 11 imaging units, 12 isolation rooms, and 150 beds. And that's not all. CEO of the Giza Group, Roster Vicente, says these facilities were built with the patients in mind.
Future facility will be one very good facility in terms of clinical criteria, in terms of care, but two, in terms of the comfort and the quality for the patients.
Managing Director of the PHA, Herbert Brown, firmly notes that the focus is not just on the building, but also on quality health care and the responsive needs of the patients.
It is important for us that when someone goes into our accident and emergency, they feel the difference. So that is what we are going to be doing over the course of the next several months. A significant amount of resources will be put into training and retraining.
Well, still on the health beat, the Governor General, Her Excellency Dame Marguerite Pindling, expected to make the annual visit to the Grand Bahama Health Services tomorrow. The visit during the month of December has become a bit of tradition during the Christmas season. Now, during tomorrow's visit, the Governor General is expected to be taken on a brief tour of the hospital. In news from the crime beat, 15 illegal immigrants and 3 Bahamians are now in police custody after they were discovered on South Bimini. Reports say on Wednesday, officers acting on a tip in Port Royal in South Bahamia took into custody 15 Chinese nationals, 8 females and 7 males. They also arrested 3 Bahamians, 2 residents of Bimini and the other from Abaco. The illegal immigrants were later transported to New Providence. Investigations are continuing. 2 males arrested by officers of the Drug Enforcement Unit for possession of dangerous drugs and possession of a large amount of money suspected of being the proceeds of crime. Reports are that on Wednesday afternoon, officers of DEU acting on information arrested an Indonesian man while in the Port Lakaya area, where they discovered in his possession a large sum of money suspected of being derived from the proceeds of crime. Later, officers went to a residence on Gilbert Crest, where they found 2 plastic bags containing suspected cocaine. A male resident was arrested and taken into police custody. Investigations are continuing. Meantime, Rashid Farrington, the man accused of killing a Good Samaritan back in November of last year, was sentenced today in the Supreme Court. Justice Estelle Gray Evans is sentencing Farrington to 45 years in prison on the murder charge, 1 year for stealing, and 10 years in prison for causing damage. Farrington of Cabot Drive was convicted of the murder of 40-year-old Lamar Moxie of Weddell Avenue. Moxie was trying to help a woman who was accosted by the assailant while trying to retrieve her purse. During the altercation, Moxie was stabbed in the stomach. He later died in hospital. In other news, members of the Royal Bahamas Police Force taking time out to host its annual Christmas tree lighting ceremony. For those on the front line in the war on crime, it is another effort to reach out to the youth. Talia Hall reports.
The Royal Bahamas Police Force hosting its annual tree lighting at the Gerald Bartlett Police Complex under the theme, The Blessings of Christmas. Members of the community turned out, including members of the Royal Bahamas Police Force and government officials. The program was filled with various musical selections from various schools on the island. The Minister for Grand Bahama, Dr. Michael Darville, joining in the celebration, noting that many issues being experienced in the community must be addressed through hard work and unity.
It was important that I be here with you to let the Royal Bahamas Police Force know that all of us who reside here on the island of Grand Bahama appreciate the great work that you do for us to ensure that we remain safe in our respective places, that our homes, our business places, our children are all protected due to the consistency and hard work by the Royal Bahamas Police Force.
Darville adding that he has high hopes for Grand Bahama in 2016.
This year on Grand Bahama was a challenging year. We've had some successes, but many challenges. But I remain hopeful and optimistic. In 2016, many of the challenges we face as a community will be resolved, and many of the issues that our young people face will be addressed.
Senior Assistant Commissioner of Police Emric Seymour says the Christmas celebration is all about the youth of the island.
It's always about the youth, the young people. And of course, all of you would have experienced the talent that was announced by the minister, the talents that you would have experienced here tonight. I'm sure you would agree that all is not lost in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
Talia Hall, ZNS Network News.
Stay with us, there is more news right after this.